Welcome back, guys. We're continuing on with these Mechabellum 1v1 replays, and up next we have a very close game against one of the best players that I play against. I'm not a particular fan of him because he never speaks, he never says good game, and he tried to dodge me quite a few times, and I was asking him why he dodged me for like half an hour, and then he eventually played me. So I'm not quite sure what was going on there. So yeah, I can't say I'm a massive fan of this player, and I really wanted to beat him. So it goes down to the wire. It goes down to one round away from both of us taking the victory. And I've got a sledge sniper start with the marksman specialist. He's got a sledge crawler start with the supply specialist. I'm bringing in a couple of crawlers to help distract the sniper. Oh, sorry, the sledges. He's now bringing in snipers. So we've basically got an almost identical army comp at the moment. Snipers, sledges, and crawlers. We've got a pretty similar layout as well. Mine is just a little bit more central. So his crawlers are doing a really good job at the moment distracting my units, so he's won the crawler war. Let's see who wins the round in total. I have got significantly more snipers than he has. So unfortunately I fed him a little bit of experience with him shooting the level 3 sniper. So I'm not a particular fan of any of these, but I've noticed that a lot of people go for this charged ammo, and this opponent is one of them. I find it a little bit too situational to spend the supply on, but I might be making a mistake in that regard. So he's going for Stormcallers to deal with the sledges. Let's see what I go for. I go for Mustangs to help deal with their crawlers. So I'm putting them very central. Quite often I put them quite a bit further to the edge. Not really sure what's better, central or to the edge. I'm bringing them a little bit further back. I'm not 100% sure why I did that. Doesn't make sense to me. Ah, that's why I did it. So the Stormcallers that fire in don't hit the Mustangs. I didn't actually know he had Stormcallers at this point, but yeah. I think I've probably been caught off guard with that a couple of times in the past, so if I do put them central, I obviously put them a little bit further back so they don't get hit by the Stormcallers. I don't usually put them that central unless I'm going for a hacker build. So a very close round. We've taken out one of his towers, but he's got considerable more range than we have, so He's going to be able to snipe our tower and then snipe us. So both Missile Strike and Laser Sights are good picks here. Missile Strike is easily negated by a shield, so I find Laser Sight to be more effective throughout the entire battle. Missile Strike's more of a early game ability that doesn't really come into effect at the end. So I'm going for the Stormcallers to help deal with their sledges and also to help deal with their Stormcallers and snipers. They've also gone for the laser sights, and they're bringing in Mustangs. So we've basically got an identical comp going on here. Mustang, Sledge, Sniper, Crawler, Stormy. The only difference is he's got one extra Crawler and I've got 2 extra Snipers. And one of my Snipers is vetted to level 3 and the other 2 vetted to level 2. So mine is more of a long range build. His is more of a Crawler distraction build. But other than that, basically identical. It's a very close round again. Unfortunately, he sniped one of my snipers. If he'd have shot at the level 2 one, it wouldn't have killed him in one shot. But we've dealt with all of their Stormies and we win that round. So, tough decision here between the Wasps and the Smoke Bomb, but when you've got Mustangs at the back, going for the Wasps doesn't really make sense, which we both have. So we both plumb for the Smoke Bomb. So I've gone for range on the Stormcallers. So we're basically just copying each other almost identically. He's upgraded his sledges now and upgraded both of his snipers. So he's in a little bit more of an advantage position, having these sledges level to level 2. He's putting crawlers on the front line to distract the Stormcallers. He's moved them back a little bit. He's obviously just trying to put them outside of the range of the sledges. Now, I make a mistake here. I don't know why I decided to go for a Rhino. I hadn't spent my cash, and I just needed to deploy something, and for some stupid reason I decided to go for a Rhino. Going for a Rhino this late, a level 1 Rhino, is never a good idea really, especially when the opponent's got snipers or Phoenix or Stormcallers, which they virtually always have at this point. So yeah, Rhino's never a good idea this late on in the game. So my smoke was effective enough to make most of their units have to walk to here, but theirs was effective enough to do the same over on their side. But luckily, all of their units got dragged over to the right for some reason. I'm not 100% sure why. So it took them a while to take the tower down. But they've taken both towers down now. So he wins the smoke bomb round, and now we're in a bit of a tough position because we've got a gigantic smoke cloud in front of us. So really, none of these are appealing. There's a case to say that photon emission could be, but when you've got stormcallers on the field, photon emission's not going to make any difference, really. So he's now got 2 level 2 sledges. He's got a level 2 Mustang. I've gone for level 2 Stormies. He's gone for Mechanical Rage and brought in some more sledges. I've gone for a couple of crawlers to distract their stormcallers. And also to pin down their crawlers. So my stormcallers can take them out. No, I've gone for field recovery to sell this rhino, this stupid rhino. Don't know why I made that decision. He's putting a rocket in the middle. Not quite sure if he knew that I was going to be putting something here to kill the crawlers, but nevertheless, he went for that. So I've gone for incendiary rounds on the Stormies. Now the main reason I've gone for that is because of the smoke bomb on the left hand side. I knew that with the smoke bomb there, I was not going to win the left hand side. So I used the incendiary rounds just to get some kills. So I think it worked, yeah, we took out a sniper. So I think the incendiary rounds were probably a good decision there. It's hard to say, but I believe that it was worth the investment. The Flames are doing a pretty damn good job. So you use Flames when you're on the back foot, basically, when they're advancing into your territory. So yeah, the Flames did a very good job there. Took out a lot of units. So even with the smoke on our side, the Flames won us the round. So I decided to go for the extra health. Not really sure if it was worth the 250 supply, because I haven't really got many tanky units. The sledges aren't leveled up. Obviously half of my army is crawlers and Mustangs, so I don't think going for the defense was a good idea. Probably a mistake. So I've now leveled up the sledges to take advantage of that ability that I've just bought. I'm bringing in some more crawlers to try and drag everybody into the middle so I can burn them all out. I probably should have put them a little bit closer forward, but because I've got 2 units here, oh there we go, I am bringing another one. What am I doing with it? I'm putting them in the corners. Interesting. I wouldn't have done that if I replayed the battle. I would have put them in the centre to try and drag all of their units into the flame pit. Maybe I was putting them on the side to not drag my crawlers into the flame pit. Maybe that's what I was thinking. But the flames are doing a pretty decent job of clearing up some of their units. But he's now gone for Overlord pivot. So I need to really think about pivoting myself to deal with the Overlords, because the incendiary rounds are basically winning me the ground battle now. So now I need to worry about the air battle. And unfortunately, I think I make a mistake and don't focus enough on the air. So I've gone for intensive training, he's gone for tank production. So who am I going to put this intensive training on? That's the thing. So I've leveled up the marksman, so it looks like I'm going to use the intensive training on him. So I'm clearly anticipating using snipers to deal with the overlords. But when people use snipers to deal with overlords, the other person uses mothership. This is the point where I make a mistake. I should have anticipated mothership and started putting aerial specialization on the Mustangs and maybe building more of them. So yeah, bit of a tactical error there, not thinking about that. Not really sure what I spent all my cash on this round. All I did was upgrade the snipers, so I have no idea what I spent my cash on that round. So at the moment, we are managing to deal with the overlords. Have they gone for flames as well? Or is that... yeah, they've gone for flames as well. Oh dear. So many decisions that we've basically copied each other. But the flames have worked out more in my favour than theirs. And now I need to really concentrate on dealing with these overlords. So let's see what I decide to do. Electromagnetic blast would have been useful. That would have disabled their mothership. But then again, don't know how long. For 25 seconds, maybe? Yeah, 25 seconds is quite a long time. Might be the difference. And I decided to go for increased attack. No idea why I decided to go for that. There is nothing really that needs extra attack, so that was a tactical error there. So I've made a couple of tactical errors in this battle. But I am still winning. So let's see if I go for the aerial specialization on the Mustangs now. So I'm leveling them up, and I have gone for the aerial specialization, so that's good. But I still need more Mustangs. One unit on this side is just simply not good enough. So he's gone for smoke down the middle here. I've gone for smoke here, thinking that these overlords might make it up to here. So let's see what happens. So he put a really nice shield there that prevented that middle bit of smoke. That's quite a problem for us. Unfortunately, I'm just burning my own crawlers out here, which is not good. The Mustangs are walking into the fire as well. So now I've got no Mustang support. And here come the Wasps. So yeah, I really needed more Mustangs. It was obvious that he was going for this this Wasp approach. So I really should have anticipated needing more Mustangs. To be completely honest though, the Mustangs might have walked too far forward and died to the flames anyway, so it's potentially not going to be the Mustangs that win the game, because they might just die to the incendiary. So in a tough spot here. Do I go for Mustangs and potentially lose them to the incendiary, or do I go for something else to try and deal with these Wasps? So it makes sense here to go for orbital bombardment, because that hits air targets, where incendiary only hits ground targets. From his point of view, it makes sense to go for incendiary, because I've not got any air. So let's see what happens here. So he's now brought in a third. Maybe he already had a third, actually. Yeah, looks like he already had a third. So he's going for a huge incendiary oil bomb attack. Probably should have seen that coming, but I didn't have the supply really to shield everything. If I was going to try and protect from this, I would have had to put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would have had to put 600 supply worth of shields down. And there's still gaps back where the Mustangs are that I wouldn't have covered. So yeah, it's a bit too difficult to shield up everything. So I decide not to shield anything. And I go for crawlers. Now, this is not a good decision, so that's another tactical error. I have no idea why I went for crawlers there. I needed Mustangs or something else to kill Wasps, and for some random reason I decided to go for crawlers. And now he's got another 2 overlords. He's now got 5 overlords with mothership, which is obviously bringing in an insane amount of Wasps. So the Mustangs are doing a really good job at dealing with these Wasps. So if I'd have just brought in a few more Mustangs, then things would have gone a lot easier. I mean, we actually win the round, but I don't know why I didn't think about just bringing in more Mustangs. We could have won the game there. If I went for Mustangs instead of crawlers, we could have won the game there. So I go for Wasps, because for some reason I believe that using Wasps to counter Wasps is a good idea. So I'll bring Wasp Swarm to go in there, and I've put electro shot on the snipers. Now, I've gone for expensive sniper build here. I've gone for double shot to deal with the shield on the wasps, and I've gone for electro mag to try and deal with the mothership ability on the overlords. But the thing is, I'm not going to be able to shoot the overlords with the snipers very often, so that's probably a waste of supply. And the double tap on the wasps is massive overkill, because I could have just used mustangs for it. So that is probably a waste of supply going for them two abilities. I should have just used a different ability, a different unit to deal with the wasps. So I decided to use my own wasps to deal with theirs. Doesn't really make sense. I haven't even got the aerial specialization on the wasps. So really, using wasps to kill wasps makes no sense when I could have just used the mustangs. Yeah, if I'd have put aerial specialization and range on the wasps, it might have been worth it. I've never actually done that in the past, so I'd have to test it out in the training grounds, but as you can see, we're just getting swamped by overlords and wasps here. The overlords themselves aren't scary, because they basically haven't really got anything to shoot at. It's the wasps that are scary, because it takes so long to chew through them. So yeah, I'm not sure. The double tap might have been okay, because a double tap would kill an overlord in one shot, and it'd kill the wasp with the shield in one shot. So maybe the double tap was an alright decision, but going for the electro on the snipers was a mistake, because I wasn't even able to shoot the overlords. So, and going for these wasps without the ability. Oh, it looks like I have got the ability on the wasps. Interesting. I haven't got the range on them though. So I think I'd have to take off the ground specialization and put range on, and then take these two abilities. That would be the thing that I would need to do. But yeah, so unfortunately we lost due to a couple of tactical errors, but nonetheless, good battle. Interesting battle as well. You don't see this strat very often, so it caught me off guard a little bit. But hopefully next time I won't get caught off guard by it. So cheers for watching, take care, and I shall see you soon.